This has to be one of the most disgusting things I have ever seen. Jim Acosta interviewing an AI version of a teenager who was killed in the Parkland shooting. Quote, "It's just a beautiful thing." No, it's a horrible nightmare dystopia.
So in this clip, we're going to watch Tim Pool get pretty angry and passionate about this topic because at the end of the day, this is pretty disgusting. We know Jim Acosta was fired from either MSNBC or CNN. I think it was CNN. I don't know. But, these people are really pulling to get attention in any kind of way. And the blasphemy is out of line. This really is disgusting. But there's nothing that people like this will not do for money. I mean, they lied to us for years until somebody finally caught up with their grift and, took care of them and took them off air. So Tim Pool has every right to feel the disgust for Jim Acosta and his sick actions. So let's take a look at it.
Where you've created a fake version of a person who is not alive to inject political statements from their voice. That has passed. I think this is absolutely disgusting. And this is the nightmare scenario that we've been talking about for some time, where they're going to take your social media data, they're going to create a fake version of you and make it speak to the masses to drive their ideological agendas. Take a look at this from Variety. Jim Acosta interviews AI version of teenager killed in Parkland shooting. It's just a beautiful thing. The former CNN chief White House correspondent, who now hosts an independent show on YouTube, surprise, surprise, has published an interview with an AI-generated avatar of Joaquin Oliver, who died at the age of 17 in the Parkland school shooting in 2018. The interactive AI was created by Oliver's parents, who granted Acosta the first interview with the recreated version of their son.
I was going to say, how does the parents feel about this? So the parents are perfectly fine with this. That's even, I don't know who's more disgusting now, if it's Acosta or the parents. That's just disgusting. I mean, what is going on with people? Wow. By the way, guys, please don't forget the like button and the subscribe button. And thank you to everybody who landed and watched this video.
On what would have been his 25th birthday, Oliver was one of 17 people killed in the mass shooting at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School. They say Acosta asked AI Oliver about his solution to gun violence, to which the avatar responded, "I believe in a mix of stronger gun control laws, mental health support, and community engagement. We need to create safe spaces for conversations and connections, making sure everyone feels seen and heard. It's about building a culture of kindness and understanding." The avatar added, "Though my life was cut short, I want to keep inspiring others to connect and advocate for a change." I want you guys to understand something. There are people who date robots. We call them robosexuals. I'm half kidding, by the way. But there are people who are dating online AI chatbots. It's not an exaggeration, they are. They're not really dating them, but they're simulating a relationship. When you do this, and you're looking at your little cartoon avatar of what's her face from Death Note? What's the character's name? Death Note. How am I forgetting this? Misa Amane. I can't believe I brain farted on that. In the Grok app, there is a goth blonde waifu character that can talk to you, and it looks just like Misa Amane from the Death Note anime series. Elon. Oh, I know what shows you're watching. Now these guys are talking to these waifu chatbots, and they're saying things like, "I love you." I don't want you to imagine. I want you to imagine what it really is: a gigantic black demon tentacle monster with slithering tentacles holding a mask of that person's face. And it's an anglerfish. It's a monster. And all these people are staring blindly into the face of their loved one saying, "I love you. Listen to the sound of my voice." And it's just a tentacle of a gigantic demon that is just controlling your thoughts. This is what we're talking about. To pull at your heartstrings by using technology. This is absolutely disgusting. Now, of course, dude's getting roasted. Jim Acosta sparks fury.
Just so we're clear, his explanation of this, I know somebody will listen to that and be like, "Oh, he's taking it too far." Actually, he's not. The way he explained it just now, the way Tim Pool explains what's happening with, the AI and people's their images and having an attachment to this tech in a different way, it should be taken that seriously and it should paint a picture like that.
interview of dead Parkland teen's AI avatar. The video adds the growing list of AI video resurrections that people have called unsettling and grotesque. Disgusting is one thing I'd say. The video, which former CNN White House correspondent posted Monday to a Substack newsletter, began with Acosta making small talk about LeBron James and Star Wars with a late teenager's AI duplicate, which Oliver's father created to bring attention to gun violence. Trained on an old photo and audio recordings of Oliver, the AI avatar used a chatbot to generate answers and deliver them in what sounded like his voice. During Acosta's conversation with the computer program, he celebrated it as so insightful and a beautiful thing, saying, "I really felt like I was speaking with Joaquin." But the AI avatar offered awkward remarks. Yoda's wisdom and quirky personality bring so much fun to the series, and repeatedly asked Acosta questions back, such as, "Who inspires you to be a hero in your own life?" The video is panned as extremely unsettling and ghoulish, with many people citing concerns that such technology could be used to create beliefs the person may not have supported and to tarnish the memory of the dead.
That too, and that's not actually the first part of then it starts glitching and asking to say what the hell? I felt like I was talking to such and such kid person, such and such dead person. I'm not trying to talk to dead people. I'm not. If dead person shows up, I'm running the other way. I don't want that. That's blasphemous. There's no part of me. I don't care how much I love the person while they were alive. I'm sorry. Am I wrong? How do you guys feel about this? Drop a comment and let me know. I am not trying to sit here and have a conversation. I don't even want to use an example. It is freaking me out thinking about it. I'm trying to stay calm. This is disgusting.
Yes, and that is an understatement. This sort of interview style can't possibly represent what that child wants to say in any reasonable way, said Hanny Farid, a professor at the University of California at Berkeley who specializes in digital forensics. There are plenty of opportunities to talk to real victims and have a serious conversation about this epidemic that's happened in our country without resorting to this sort of stunt. Acosta wrote late Monday that the boy's father approached me to do the story to keep the memory of his son alive. Acosta also pointed followers to a video from Oliver's father, Manuel Oliver, defending Acosta, whom he called a friend. "We feel Joaquin has a lot of things to say. And as long as we have an option that allows us to bring that to you and everyone else, we will use it," Manuel Oliver said. "If the problem you have is with the AI, then you have the wrong problem. The real problem is that my son was shot." It's a problem that your kid was shot, but you've created an entirely new problem, man.
Yeah. Again, I'm fully agreeing with Tim Pool on this again. I mean, that's exactly the answer. It's yeah, it's a problem your son was shot, but bro, stop scaring us. Y'all do that in y'all living room, now you're doing weird things. Come on, your obsession is taking he's gone. He's gone. Do a charity or something under his name. What are you doing? These people cannot possibly believe in God doing this type of stuff. This is just freaky. Wow.
Nobody should die, ever, for any reason.
Okay, all right, guys, let's not make, these kind of comments are just point. Okay.
And that's just it. We die because we age and we fight it. Now, I'm somewhat kidding. I mean, we die of old age, we die of natural causes. But no one should die before their time. We should live full lives. I don't want people to die who are criminals. If a guy pulls a gun on you, I don't want him to die. But you know what? It's not my fault. It's not your fault. It's no one's responsibility but the bad guy. So the reality is, I'll say this, sometimes bad guys die. Sometimes a bad guy will pull a gun on people and someone will shoot him in self-defense. And you know what? That's the fault of the person who drew the gun and the criminal. I wish they did not die. I wish we could save them. I wish. But I'm not gonna to blame the innocent victims. And so the problem we have now here, my friend, your son should not have died. An evil person took his life, and that person who did that was evil. And what we needed was someone to stop that guy, however it needed to be stopped. But your argument that taking the gun away is gonna solve that problem is just wrong. It's just wrong. Kids in Chicago, where it's illegal, got switches. They've illegally altered their guns so they're full auto handguns. No, I'm remiss to say illegal because we got a Second Amendment in this country. Bad people do bad things. The idea that we would punish the innocent
but
because
you know what? At the same time, too, listen, I'm not really going off on the switching of the putting the switches and all of that. But what I'm about to say, we do use Chicago as an example, and don't get me wrong, I use it too. But also, I have talked to young people who are like 16 and 17 who do live in this war zone, right? And now maybe they need to have a protection. And then they get in trouble because they get caught with it because somebody's going to take, they're like on their way to work and then, they get caught. It's really a shame. It is a shame. And I think that we don't pay attention. Look, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I think that they should. I'm very radical. I think protection should really be sold on the side of the road. I mean, why not? Because, everybody else can get one. Do I sound ridiculous? No, it doesn't matter. The bad people get the guns to do the bad things anyway. Not one gun law has changed a single thing. Okay? Show me where anything's changed because of a gun law. Please.
The actions of evil people is evil. I'm going to say this again. Law-abiding gun owners in America did nothing wrong. They did nothing wrong. It's the criminals that broke the law. It's the shooter that broke the law. The idea that you would call for laws against innocent people, that is fascism. That is authoritarianism. That is what evil men do. They say, because of the actions of the evil, we shall punish the innocent. I won't stand for it. I won't. And you'll say, but how else do we stop this stuff? No one said life was going to be easy or that evil people could be made to not be evil. We try to figure that out.
But this thing, but this whole thing about using dead bodies making me feel some type of way, it's not going to work. I'm just like, I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but I'm not laughing at the situation, but I will run away. Y'all don't start doing this. Don't start trying to get me to be better by flashing a bunch of dead bodies. I mean, because that's what it feels like you're doing. And like putting your hand in the dead body and making it talk. It needs to be that grotesque to think about. Like, it just, like, don't do that. Okay? We can find other ways to get the message out, please.